Hey guys, sorry about the first video, it just kind of messed up. So anyway, from where we left off, first you have to make a knot around the little end part, and then next, this part's very important that you get right, because if you don't get this part right, then your whole thing is going to be messed up. So first you take your pieces of string and you wrap it around like that. Wrap it around there. And instead of continuing to go down the line, you have to wrap it back like that. And like that. So you have two sets of two. You'll see why we have to do that later on. And then you just continue to go down the line. Now sometimes the string will pop off, you just gotta work with it. Okay, now you've gone all the way down. So you should have something that looks like this. And next, you have to turn the loom around, still holding your piece of string, just like that. Push all of these down. So you have room at the top of each little peg, like that. And then you just work your way back. But make sure you don't miss this one. Hope you guys can see this. Okay, mine has got into a tangle, so just gotta work with it. Okay. If this were to ever happen to you where your string you're working with gets tangled in here, if the knot's too bad where you can't fix it, just cut the pink off, or whatever color you're using, that string, and just find another piece on here and just tie it together and just keep going. But try to undo the knot if you can. It's a big knot. Okay. I think I got it good enough to finish this row. Nope. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it off because this isn't working. Then find another piece of string that's available. Still holding on to your string because you don't want to let it go, or else you'll lose all the work you just did. Just make a little knot. Just like that. Now you take your scissors, and instead of this part showing throughout your whole thing, just cut it down really small so you can barely see it. So like that. Okay, now you finish it out. And that's what you should get. Oops. Hang on, guys. One came off. You have to be really careful not to lose a piece of string off here, because that does happen. And if it pops off, you're just going to have to start all over, especially at the beginning. So here it is, something, that's what it should look like. Now, you hold the string, you can hold it any way you want, just like that, that's how I hold it. And you take your, whatever this is called, you take this, and for the first one, you should have 3 around instead of 2 like the rest. See how I have 3 sets of 2? You leave 2 at the top, just like that, and you take 4, and you pull it. It'll be really tight, so you just gotta work with it, and pull it over. Just like that. Now you work your way down. I'll do it for you. Just put it under, lift over. Put it under, lift over. You just do this all the way down. This video is a little difficult to make considering it takes both of my hands to do, so it's kind of hard to show you guys exactly what I'm doing, but I'm trying the best way I can to show you. If this video doesn't make sense to you guys and you get lost on any part, please message me or write a comment, and I will try to get that cleared up for you guys as best as I can. Okay, so you've gone all the way down, so you should only have, 2 left on this side. And you can flip it over any way you want. I do it like that. And you do the same thing on this side. If you guys want it to be really thick, you can use more than 2 balls of yarn, but I just use 2 and it ends up pretty thick. But you can use more, but just know that there'll be more. Let's say you use 3, there'll be 3 of these, 3 wrapped around instead of 2. So you'll have to be able to work with that. It would just get more complicated, but if this is your first knitting experience, I would try to practice with 1, and if you think you got it with 1, then you could go to 2. It is time consuming, so it's not something you can do really quick. See how I ran into a problem here? You do not want that to happen. So what you do to fix this is you just gotta follow how it goes. You just look at this and you try to match it to this. bring it over. And there. So that's what it should look like when both sides are over. Now what you do is just push it down as far as it'll go. You don't want your string to be really loose, but you don't want it to be really tight either. So that's how you do that, and you just repeat the same steps over and over again until you get it to the length you want. You can make scarves, or you can do not sure exactly what it's called, but where you put the dish on it when it's hot, you can make those too. And there's more loom kits. There's a circle one where you can make hats out of, which I don't have with me right now, but I can show you guys that in another video. And but yeah, that's basically how you start it. Like I said, it can be any length you want. Doesn't really matter. You don't have to use the whole thing like I'm doing, but I will definitely make a video when I get further down and show you guys what to do next. Thanks for watching.